Hey guys, if you were in Google Meets yesterday, then you saw Twinkle Toes hanging out in the Christmas tree. And he was really listening to a lot of the meetings yesterday, and I think he's been trying really hard to get better at math. And I noticed that he wrote a note on the board for us. And it says, subtraction is kind of tricky. Can you help me get better? So it seems like addition is going pretty well, but subtraction is a little bit tricky and it's taking him a little bit longer. So he was wondering if there's anything that we know that could help make subtraction easier. And I've actually been working with a couple of first graders on something that makes subtraction way easier. Because here's the thing. Most of you have gotten so good at making numbers on your bead rack. You know lots of different combinations to make your numbers. Like if I said to make 7, a lot of you can quickly find different ways to make 7. And if I tell you to make 8, a lot of you move your beads really quick and you know a lot of ways to make 8. Guess what? That comes in a really, really handy when it comes to subtraction. You can actually use that to be fast at subtraction. Here, I'm going to show you what I mean. Let's think about the number 10 because you guys are really good at different ways to make 10. You're so good at your 10 buddies. So let's say 10 is our whole. You guys know that 10 is made of 8 and what was the other part? 2, that's right, 8 and 2. So those are 2 parts that make 10. Now remember, we worked really, really hard on learning that addition is part plus part equals whole. Say it with me. Part plus part equals whole. Say it again. Part plus part equals whole. One more time. Part plus part equals whole. So addition is taking the 2 parts and putting them together so that the whole thing is there. Addition would be taking 8 and 2, both are parts of 10, and putting them together so that we have 10. Part plus part equals whole. Now, we've talked about subtraction, but I don't think you've really paid attention to what subtraction is. Subtraction is whole minus part equals part. Let's say that. Whole minus part equals part. Say it again. Whole minus part equals part. One more time. Whole minus part equals part. Now let's think about that. You already told me 8 and 2 make 10. Those are the parts that go together to make 10. We just said subtraction is whole minus part equals part. So if you know that 10 is made of 8 and 2, if you take the 8 part away, who's the other part? 2. So 10 minus 8 equals 2. 10, if you take the 8 part away, only the 2 parts left. Now let's think of it this way. You said 10 is made of 8 and 2. If you take the 2 part away, what's left? The 8 part. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. Let's do that again. 10 minus 2 equals 8. Because you know 10 is made of 8 and 2. So if you take the 2 part away, you just have to say, what is the other part of 10? 2 and 8. The 8 part would still be there. Check out our number bond. You have 10. If you take the 8 part away, only the 2 part would be left. Or if you take the 2 part away, only the 8 part would be left. Okay, so let's do another one. You guys are also really good at making 5, your 5 buddies. So let's try one with 5. You guys know that 5, sorry, I lost my marker. You guys know that 5 is made of 2 and 3. 3 is the other part, very good. So you guys know that 2 and 3 make 5. You also know we can flip that around and say 3 and 2 make 5. Now let's try to do the subtraction. 5 minus 2 equals something. Well, let's think about that. Subtraction is whole minus part equals part. So I start with the number together. I take one of the parts away, and then the other part would still be there. So we just wrote up here that 5 is made of 3 and 2, or 2 and 3. So if you have 5 and you take the 2 part away, what's the other part that would be left? 3. So 5 minus 2 equals 3. That's your other part. Let's see if we can flip it around. 5 minus 3 equals something. Okay, subtraction is whole minus part equals part. So I'm going to take part of it away, and part of it will still be there. So here is 5 made of 3 and 2. If you take the 3 part away, what part of 5 is still going to be there? If you take the 3 part away, only the 2 part will be there. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Very good. 5 minus 3 equals 2. You just have to ask yourself, what's the other part? What is the other part? Let's try another one. Let's erase all of this. Let's do it with 6. 6 is made of 4 and 2. Good job. 6 is made of 4 and 2. So one of the parts is 4 and the other part is 2. Addition is when those parts are together. Subtraction is whole minus part equals part. So we already know 4 and 2 are the parts. Let's take one of those parts away. Let's say we had 6 minus 4. 6 is made of 4 and 2. So if I take 4 away, what will be left? 2. Here's 6. If you take the 4 away, only the 2 part is there. 6 minus 4 equals 2. 6, take the 4 part away, and 2 is left. Very good. Now let's try a different one. 6 minus 2 equals something. Okay, 6 is made of 4 and 2. 6 is made of 4 and 2. If I take the 2 part of 6 away, what's the other part that's still there? If I take the 2 part away, what part would still be there? 4. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Very good. 6 minus 2 equals 4. Here we go. 6. If you take the 4 part away, only the 2 parts left. Remember, subtraction is whole minus part equals part. If you take one of the parts away, the other part is still going to be there. Very, very good. Now let's see if we can do one without the blocks. By the way, your secret word is tomato. Can you remember tomato? Tomato, tomato, tomato. Your secret word is tomato. What's your secret word? Tomato. See if you can remember that. Tomato. Okay. 6 is made of 5 and 1. 5 and 1. So we put the 5 and 1 together, it makes 6. If we have 6 and we take the 5 part of 6 away, what part is still there? 1. If we take the 5 part away, only 1 would be there. We have 5 and 1. If we take the 5 part away, only the 1 part's left. Let's try 6 minus 1. If we take 6's 1 part away, who's the other part of 6? 5. 6 minus 1 equals 5. Very good. I hope this helps to make subtraction a little easier. Twinkle Toes, I hope you take that back to the North Pole to help the other elves out. Great job today, guys. Have a wonderful, awesome, fabulous day.